Well, globalization and the concept of globalization, there's the negative economic aspect of it by workers around the world, but the concept really evolved, I think, maybe in the 1960s when Marshall McLuhan began saying that we lived in a global village. Uh, we see the carnage in Vietnam affecting people in North America and how it is just so awful what's happening there. Therefore, we seem to think that we live in Vietnam or around it. And what's happening over there is just as important to what's happening down the street. I don't think this globalization is as pervasive. We are insular, really, in what we hear about and what affects us. This carnage in Iraq that's been going on. We hear it from a certain perspective, like how many Americans were killed today. It doesn't mean that much to us that 21 Iraqis were blown up in a city in Baghdad, and that Iraq has just been so devastated because of George Bush's war. That didn't grip people like the Vietnam War gripped people. So I'm not too sure that we do so much live in a global village anymore, that we have this globalization. Disasters occur elsewhere around the world, and we don't think about it so much as we think of our little selves. One soldier gets killed in a landmine in Afghanistan, but it's Canadian. How that dominates the news today. But what about the villages that get blown up? We hear the story, but it doesn't grasp us anymore. I think it's human nature, and it always will be, that what's in one's immediate vicinity tends to stay with us. If you've ever seen a traffic accident, terrible traffic accident, if you've seen one, that stays with you. But accidents are going on all the time. The phenomenon of neuropsychology is advancing much in recent times because images and impressions tend to stay in our bodies, and they mean so much more to us if you actually see something than what actually takes place, I feel. So insularity rather than globalization. For example, we all know that 3 or 4 women in Edmonton are going to get beaten up tonight. We know that, don't we? In a big city like Edmonton, we know what's going to happen. Are we going to lose one wink of sleep tonight worrying about it? No. But just let some thug come in this building, slap one of the girls here. The image of that will stay with us maybe forever because it has to be up close.